Okay, what is up, you guys? Killboy here, and it is Thursday. It always looks later down in this hole because we're on like the eastern side of the mountain, northeastern side, so it's like gets dark down in here early. Um, but yeah, what is it? Thursday about 5:30. Yeah, figure we'll go get out on this pretty day. The next couple of days aren't looking real great for weather, and so I figured I should probably get out and make a run. I haven't done the scrambler in a minute, other than to get up here to ride the electric bike, but I like riding the scrambler too. Had a pretty big weekend this past weekend. The store did like for a non-holiday weekend, it didn't quite do what the business numbers that they do on like Memorial Day and Labor Day, a couple of the bigger holiday weekends, but for a non-holiday it was practically a record. It was mostly the Volkswagen group, Wookiees in the Woods, but there was a few other groups here. It was just a pretty weekend, a busy weekend. Across the state line. So this is something I'm trying to do, a series of regular updates, sort of help people learn the road. And right now it's in a pretty rough condition, and in a couple of years, if you're watching this video, it may not apply. So like right now there's a bad pothole on the inside right there. They've patched it pretty good now, honestly. One of the better patch jobs they've done up here. A lot of them, they kind of fall out real quick, especially in the other lane coming up this way right here. There's a really couple of bad ones right there where your tires want to be in a car, especially. Real bad one right there. But it's supposed to be getting repaved next year. They pushed a little. The last I was talking to the head of the department for repaving for this area, DOT. So my information comes from the source. Don't believe these. I mean, it's like every few months I have to jump in and stop a rumor that they're going to repaving it this year in June. No, they're not repaving it this year. It's 2024, and it's looking like it's going to be summer or fall of 24. But they won't know the date until the contract gets bidded on and accepted, and that doesn't go up for bid until spring of 24. So we really won't know. Anybody tells you a specific date is misinformed or lying. Usually just misinformed. They hear something and believe it. But yeah, we won't really know for sure until spring. Thank you. Dip turn coming up on Stonewall. It's the only Stonewall really besides like the overlook. Blind turn up here. We worked with DOT to put that sign right there, because I was like, if people were driving straight towards a sign that was like turn, they probably wouldn't blow that turn as bad. And sure enough, it's worked really well. A lot fewer people are going head on into the other lane at that turn, because you pop up over the hill and you're almost past your braking point. If you're carrying any kind of speed, whether it's a fast bike or a cruiser bike, you still have to deal with braking points and turn-in points and things like that that are generally discussed among racing parlance, but it's something that everybody has to be aware of. And that was one of those places that people kept blowing it and going across the road there. Mile marker 2. big pull off on the right that we just drove right past. So that was kind of an ugly situation where they just bowed up in the road. I'm just going to cut that out. Focused on the ride and forget to talk. It's a little rhythm section here, and this turn in particular, we call it power lines, real open, and they keep it cleared for the power lines. Into Jedi's Fall. It's just a really cool little section that kind of has a rhythm, goes back and forth, and then down here in the spectator alley, tend to hang out and watch. Empty today, like a bleacher almost up there. Bump on the right, mile marker 6. And Horseshoe. Cemetery turn here, really tight, and it kind of tightens on the exit as well. Through mud turn, police have somebody pulled over here. And when it's something like that, like a pickup truck that probably wasn't speeding, they were probably driving all over the road. Into 2 square. First half of 2 square, and here's the second half. And there's some divots in the road on the exit here, so you got to kind of pick your line, either middle of the lane or outside or inside, preferably middle or outside. Coming up on mile marker 7 and picnic table. Guardrail. Little tricky exit here, it's kind of tight. We're coming up on radar turn. This one can be kind of dirty, so be careful pushing it too much here. Turkey on the right. Blind cresting turn. Sign for 1 mile to overlook. So right here, if you're in a car that might need some brake cooling, now would be the time to start laying off the brakes. Mile marker 8. tightens back up a little bit. Usually drop a gear right there. Triple apex, 1, 2, 3. And we got local parking, and then we're at the overlook, so. Don't go across the road, please. Thank you. And the last pull off there. Get me a shady spot down here at the gate. Do the thing, hang out here, cool off a little bit, and we'll get back for round 2 in just a minute. Get ready to run back. Some kids just pulled out of sports cars, and these guys on the cruiser were laughing at them for all the noise they were making. And one of them was like popping and backfiring, and then they start their bike up and rev it and have to do all the noise making that comes along with riding that bike. It doesn't have to be that way, but it just cracks me up that people are so self-centered that they don't even notice that what they're making fun of other people for doing is the thing that they do themselves. So anyway, that's how my day's going. How about yours? This box right here, some kind of repeater, and they've got another box up on top of the mountain over there, another box way over there on the mountain ridge, and it's like beaming some kind of information from mountain ridge to mountain ridge. There's a little bit of rough pavement that ends right up here, and there's a transition from overpaved to regular old pavement. Got to be careful of right there. It makes the people blow that turn and go out into the other lane. And then of course, you know, when you first start off, you got to be cognizant of your tire temps. Make sure that you give your tires time to warm up and get as grippy as they were when you stopped. Coming up on mile marker 8 right here. Bumpity jump turn throws people off in cars and bikes. It really shakes up, tests the suspension. See a lot of cars right there, especially just sort of get the back end comes out a little bit, and then they overcorrect and they end up going on the inside of the turn down there, and a couple of them caught on fire. Fun times. Down into radar. A little bit rough. Up into guardrail. It's not a real tricky turn, but a lot of people seem to struggle with it. I think their focus just goes to the guardrail and they kind of drive into it. I passed picnic table where there used to be picnic tables, so we started calling it that, and then when they were gone we still stick with it, just a matter of legacy. 2 square. First of. Second half. A little bit of repaving right here on this turn, so be ready for that. Scenic turn where you can see over to power lines. We'll be there in about 1 minute. And this is mud turn. It's about a mile over to there. Mile marker 6.5. And cemetery turn. Quite tight. Whoa now. What the hell was that? I kind of looked down for a second and I saw this guy's leg out. Hope I wasn't distracting him. And Horseshoe. Rhythm section here, just to sort of steady back and forth. Nice. Jedi. Here we are at power lines where we can see across to scenic turn. Kind of a double apex, sort of. A little bit of rough pavement here. Seems like the white line is kind of smoothest, but you don't want to be on the white line, just either to the right or left of it. That paint can get kind of slippery. Brake check, this is where people blow it coming the other way, so always be on your toes here. Start downhill from plateau now, and got this cool view off to the right until the leaves start coming in and blocking everything. Double apex right. Bring it back in. Sort of a continuous left, medium. Double apex right, number 2 of 3. Mile marker 5, bring it back in. Long left, it kind of rolls off camber, so be careful right here. And the final double apex right. Straight here into a decreasing radius. This turn tightens up, so you can kind of turn in early, come in hot, and then blow out and slow down. Now we're going to the tightest turn, swift turn, like swift trucking. And then you're stuck there. The downhill wavies. A little bit of hard braking here. Medium left, medium right. Another downhill wavy, comes in pairs. Now we're getting close to Parsons Branch, the bottom of the downhill run. Go around the bowl turn here. Kind of a late apex. Dip on the right, 2 of them, one right there and one right here. And then when cars come out, this can be a little dirty. That's Parsons right there behind me. Easy left, blind, not very sharp. Little zigzag. Feels like you're dancing. Little dip on the right. Catch all, not hard from this direction, but tricky from the other way. Mile marker 3.5. Into the easy S's. Number 1 of 2. Number 2 of 2, kind of tightens. coming up on campsite, which is no longer a campsite. Don't camp here. On the right, big paved square, and then we got gravity cavity, mile marker 3. The dip sign, which may or may not be there when you see this. Those get gone rather frequently. Little uphill off camber, right-hander there. Hump, Bristol, double apex with a rough exit. Pick your line here. Not too bad. Another rough exit right here. Sunset. Sun right in your face at the end of the day, especially in a couple hours. Wheelie spot. Up on mile marker 2. Right there. Little rough spot. I picked that wrong. Double apex. Down into NSX turn, or the drift turn for cars. Maybe on a motorcycle if you're really that skilled. I am not. Pretty cool little spectating place. Nice and shady. Up the hill to Kyle's Corner. Always gets a cool sunset right here. Here's your Kyle. The top of Stonewall. Now down into Stonewall. Really bad pavement. Take to the right. Dip into the dip turn. First of 3. Little bump on the right. Second dip turn of 3. Final dip turn, very aggressive. And into local straight 1 mile mark. Hard right left here. Local straight. 0.5. Now in your front corner, it's a major decreasing radius. Starts off open and tightens up and goes uphill. So you want to apex it almost like a double apex and come in real late. State line and across the line. Downhill from here. And there's a real aggressive decreasing radius turn where you see the billboard, so don't let it get you out. Right there. People blow that turn to get some speed coming down that hill and don't account for how the downhill part affects your braking distance. Kind of doing some cooling down here. there you have it. Till next time, hope you enjoyed. Later, y'all.